Okay, I want to show the sharpener. I finally received it from the manufacturer. It's turned out awesome. All the parts are exactly the way I designed it and intended it to work. And so I'll just go through all the features of it and explain how it works and what the updates to the system are. So I'll start with the magnetic holder. So here you can see there's an angle range of 0 to 30 degrees and with increments of 1 degree. Previously, there was only increments of 7.5 degrees. And so to adjust the angle, you would loosen these. And these could also be swapped out for thumb screws, so it's really easy. So you can set to 0, or you can set up to almost 30. So I'll just put it at like 12.5. On the magnetic holder, there's a really nice piece of rubber on it. It's a textured rubber. It's fairly soft and it's sticky, so it really holds the knife nicely. And underneath here, there's 2 large magnets that hold the knife in place. So they're actually covered by the rubber right now. So based on the size of the knife you have, you can adjust this plate. So for a small paring knife, you would move it up closer to here. And then you would tighten it. Or for like a chef's knife, you would move it all the way back. So that's how it holds it. And it holds it firm enough that, you know, it holds the weight of the knife. It holds it on there pretty tightly. It gives it a secure hold. All right, let's keep moving on. So then there's also in here a bearing. It's a thrust bearing on the top. So it looks kind of like a washer, but it's actually a thrust ball bearing. And then between this interface, between this top piece and this piece, there's a needle roller bearing. That's about an inch and a quarter wide. And it just makes it spin really nicely. So like you can see. So it makes it very smooth, and yet it's firm. Like there's no wobble or movement in it. So I'm going to switch out to the clamp holder. So to do that, you remove the magnetic holder, and you put the clamp holder on. So again, you can adjust the angle to whatever you want it to be. So I'll just put it back. I'll put it like at 20 on this one. And then it uses like a Tormek style clamp. So you put the knife in here, tighten this screw so it's just kind of snug on the knife, and then the rear screw makes it very tight. So a great feature about this is that you can flip the knife over. So you just pop it forward and pull it back. And there is a ball spring plunger in here. So this is it. And then on the knife there's a groove that it gets set in, that it seats in. So then there's a groove right here where that ball spring sits in. Then I want to show over here, there's this bubble level, and that tells you how horizontal the horizontal rod is. So it's really visible. It's a big improvement from the previous version. And so the bubble level, it tells you what the level of it is. And then in here, you can kind of see a shiny ring around here. That's a linear bearing or a linear bushing. And that makes, it's just slightly larger than the rod. And so like the rod can slide very smoothly up and down. And there's also one on this portion of the holder. So like when you slide it, it really doesn't move. Like it's not wobbly at all. It's a really tight fit. And between these two pieces, there's a ball thrust bearing. And so then that allows this bolt to be tightened pretty tightly so that it doesn't have much play in it. All right, and then the final feature I want to show is the stone holder. So this is just kind of a standard stone holder, and this is a 10-inch stone in here. And so it accepts essentially any size stone. So you can make it shorter or longer based on the stone size. You can also have essentially any height of stone, because all you do is raise the bubble level so that the rod's horizontal if it's a thicker stone.